Today we're here. I'm going to try to show you about the flooring in my van. I want to explain my reasoning and my thinking on like the sizing of the plywood. I'm using 3/4 inch plywood because of the strength of it. And when I put my weight on it, it doesn't give. I really didn't have to use any support on the back of my flooring because it's so strong. It holds up by itself. My flooring is actually 4 by 5 foot. I got one sheet of plywood, 3/4 inch, and it was able to do the one cut and get it all in there. I used this laminated flooring that you can buy at Ollie's or Walmart or anywhere, different colors. Here's the price we got it. It was on sale. We got a good deal on that, and it comes with a whole box, and one box is plenty for a 4 by 5 foot floor. Now the instructions on this, if you Google it, they're going to tell you this is for a home and that it's supposed to be a floating floor system. And I have installed those before, but on this application, the floor is so small that I didn't want it really moving around inside my car. I wanted it to stay in place and I wanted it to be secure. So I used this and then I screwed it down. Let me show you. Let me move the camera. I screwed it down to the plywood and I used this kit I bought off of Amazon. See if you can see that. It's called a countersink drill bits. And they look like that. And what they do is they drill this hole so that when you put the screw in it, the head goes down below the wood. Now I use this procedure on all the things that I built in there, on the cabinets, on the sink basins, everywhere. I always countersunk the screws because I didn't want the screw head to be sticking out from the wood to scratch people or hurting, especially on the floor. You don't want your socks catching on that. So I simply did that. I covered the whole 3/4, 4 by 5 foot with this, screwed it down, and then I came back and put a edging. I'll show you the edging here in a minute along all the edge so that you wouldn't trip on that or get hurt when you're walking in and out. You don't want anything to get in on your feet. Now I'll go outside and I'll show you the car. Okay, here's the edging that I put on. You can see how that 4 by 5 foot sheet came right up along the step. So you can step on the step and then into the van itself. This is just edging, floor edging that you can find in the racks there at Home Depot. And I want to show you how that came out over here also. I put that edging all along that edge so that when I came walking through in the middle, I could have my wires placed there to be protected, and also it wouldn't trip on the edge of the wood. You can see here how I countersunk all these holes so that your feet don't catch on anything. And I did that all over. It makes it solid and it doesn't move around very much. Here's how I did this edge. It was a little more complicated, and all I did was put duct tape on that. Probably it could be done better. Probably should have made just a square cut and it would have come out better, and I could have put that edging all along both square cuts, but I didn't. On this back side, I only put duct tape along that whole edge because I wasn't going to be walking through there any. so I didn't really need it. I just needed it to not catch as I slid those things back underneath my bed. And we'll go to the other side. Okay, on this back edge, you can see I did the same thing, and you can see where a 4x5 foot, it came out perfectly so that I could just lay it down along those edges and it wedges itself in there and it doesn't move around. It's not anchored to the car at all, but it's heavy and it fits in, so it like being wedged, and it comes right up along the step. You can see it goes up underneath there. It wasn't really that hard to do. So I'm sure you won't have any trouble. If I'm not sure about the car that you're using, maybe 4x5 won't work for you, but it certainly worked for me, and I didn't need any support underneath it because the floor was heavy. That's all for today. Take my glasses off so you can see me. That's all for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you will subscribe. I need all the likes and subscriptions that I can get. It really isn't that hard. If you'll just be careful what you're doing and measure everything, like I said, wedge it in between where the car comes down and right up against the seats. It was fairly easy for me. I hope it's easy for you, depending on the car you're using. And anyway, be careful. I'll see you next time.